Hi guys, so it is Saturday the 21st of September and you're going to join me and Matt on our first ever trip together to France, where we have come to the Val Dore. Now we've gone to their smallest lake on the site, which is about 3 acres, Lake 6. Now this is what they consider their runs waters, guys, so we are just here to get some fish on the bank. But for now, let me roll that intro. Alright guys, like I said, we're on Lake 6. It is 4 PM in the afternoon, early evening, whatever way round. We have literally just carried all our gear across a tiny little bridge to swim 33. We've picked it because we have got a southwesterly wind during the week and tail end of the week a lot of rain, so we want to have that behind us, guys. So although now I'm standing here, it feels like the wind's behind me, but there you have it, guys. That's why we've chosen swim 33. We're doubling up. They're all double swims on this one. There's only 2 swims, 33, 34. They're both doubles. We've paid to have electric, so we've got electric for the week. I've brought my fridge, and literally, guys, I'll quickly show you, but nothing is set up. We've literally just brought our gear over and we're about to get ourselves set up. Alright guys, so as you can see, most of my gear, I am going to be going on the left hand side and probably putting my bivvy just about there. And we found a little bay, or not found, but there's a little bay all the way over here, guys, and we've decided we're going to do a halfway line between there and our swim to give us both a good amount, and a fish just showed over there. So we're going to give ourselves a good amount of space either side, but halfway during the week we're then going to swap sides, so we're both going to give each other 3 days in each side. So Matt's going to be going over there with all these gear over there. We've got electric behind us, and actually right behind us we've got the tower and toilet and shower block, so we've got nowhere to go if we need it in an emergency. So I'm going to get set up, guys, and then we'll give you another update. Hi guys, so 7:30 Saturday night. It's taken us ages to get ourselves set up and all, guys. So literally only just finished putting my last rod out. I think Matt's just putting his last rod out. So I did put the bait boat out with the deeper and the stealth cam, but it was taking me too long to find spots and all that, guys. So we just kind of gone for, you know what, tonight we'll just go to 3 likely spots, put a rig out, put a bit of bait out and see what happens. So that's what we're going to do. I'll quickly show you that the swim is mostly set up. There's still stuff about, so obviously being 7:30 it's going to start getting dark soon, so we need to get ourselves set up. So just give you a little look around, guys. Alright guys, so this is kind of the middle of the swim, so I am on the left hand side. There's the old Solar 2-man bivvy, really good in this sort of conditions, guys. And then we have Matt, who's got the Quest Defier Mark II, exactly the same as me. And yet, if you seen my vlogs, you'll recognise that is the utility front. So he's got the utility front on his Defier Mark II, and he's just putting his out now. So far over there you're probably not going to see it, guys. So obviously if you look at the swim, I've still got crap everywhere, guys. All my baits still out the front, chairs everywhere, haven't even got the cradle set up. Some bait we bought's already there, bait boats over there all set up. So yeah, I've still got plenty to do, guys. So what I'll do is give you more of an update in the morning, hopefully, all through the night, if we manage to bag a fish or 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll be able to bring some lovely bangers this week, fingers crossed. Alright guys, first fish of the trip. It happens to be a grassies and it's really going to beat me up. I know it. It's 31 pound 2 ounce. It's a lovely specimen, guys. I've got to be honest, I just know it's going to beat me up badly. So we'll see if we can get it up. Matt's laughing already. He knows what's about to go on. I will try the calm ways, guys. If you're calm with him, they're not calm with you. Get a bit of water on it. Just so it can splash me in my face, guys. Alright, let's get... I tell you what, guys, this only just fitted in my net and only just goes in the cradle. It is long. And as you know, with grassies, they are a nightmare on the bank, guys. Guys, that's about as good as I'm going to get, I'll be honest with you. Alright guys, just because it's the first one, notably, I'm going to show you it going back, but probably won't show them all going back, guys. There's no way this is going to rest, is it? Thank you for the visit. £31, 2 ounce on my first fish. Alright guys, so this is Matt's first fish. A little after 12 o'clock the first night. It gave him a really fantastic fight. A smidge under 30 at £29.6 and a new PB for Matt. It really did give him a good fight, guys. Look at that though. I'll tell you what, guys, this is one pristine fish. Can you get it a little bit higher, dude? Or actually, you know what, let me go a little bit lower. There you go, that's perfect, dude. Perfect. Look at that, guys, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take a couple of pictures while he's got it up and it's being good. Alright guys, quickly show you the other sides before Matt's put it down. We've done a couple of pictures. Cracking fish, Matt. Super well done. £29.6, very first French carp. Well done. Alright guys, first fish going back for Matt in France. Gave him absolutely epic battle. Smidge under 30 at £29.6, guys. And I'll tell you what, this really is a beautiful carp. Matt's just giving it a good rest and then we'll let it go. Just a little bit on you, Matt. Matt, how you feeling after that, dude?
Knackered.
Hey. Happy days. That's what we come to France for, guys. Look at the shoulders on that, guys.
He's a lump, isn't he?
He is. First fish, nearly a 30. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
He's getting there now. First fish, nearly a 30. That is crazy. Here we go. He didn't want to make an effort while he thought he was still being retained.
Yeah.
And off he goes, slowly. Happy days, well done, Matt. Boom. Morning. So, let's give you a bit of an update. Yesterday, we got here, it was about 4 o'clock, guys. So we did get up here a little later in the day, but we wanted it that way so we weren't rushed or anything in the morning. So we got ourselves set up slowly, and about 7:30 I managed to get my 3 rods in. 7:50 I had my first carp. So it was a grass carp. Happy days, off the mark. £31.2. So about 1 o'clock Matt's calling me, so I get up eventually. Get up and he's got a fish on. He's had a fish on for about 10 minutes. So playing it for about another 10 minutes and he has his first French common carp at £29.6 ounce. So really well done, Matt. Proper pleased for you on that one, mate. His previous UK PB has been about £20, so playing a much bigger fish was really good for him, and really pleased. You know, I'm here to share it with him. So nothing else happened last night, so I'm up now obviously watching the water, hence why I've got the glasses on, because these are my distance glasses and it's quite far. But surprisingly, guys, there's actually quite a lot of fizzing and all, like a rod length and a half off of our bank. So I'm guessing where people normally fish from 34, which is the other side, they probably fish towards this bank about a rod length or so off. So I know it's about 7 foot yesterday. I did put the deeper out temporarily, so I know it's about 7 foot there. So I'll be honest, I think today, because I didn't spend a lot of time yesterday investigating with the deeper or the camera, just because time was cracking on, and that's why my rods went in so late. I thought I was going to find some spots and save them for the week and all the rest of it. No, in the end, after about an hour of messing around with a deeper in the camera, I decided, oh, time's ticking, it's gone 6 o'clock, I need to get the rods in. So rods are in, but nothing's happened with them since yesterday, so I'm actually going to bring them all in now, guys, but I'm going to have my coffee first, bring them all in and continue watching the water for probably about half an hour at least. I'm definitely going back over to where I had one yesterday, which was, there's a dead tree in the corner at the opening of a bay. So in fact I'm probably going to put one in the bay, one to the dead tree, and then one somewhere over here, a lot closer. So that's your morning update, guys. Get back to you later. So it's Monday morning and I'm going to give you an update for Sunday's events, guys. So Matt was the next one in and he had a lovely £13 odd mirror. I'm going to show you that now. Alright guys, fish number 2 for Matt, £13 for a little mirror. So small he's having a problem holding it. Well done, dude.
Look at that.
Then Matt was in again with a £16 odd mirror, I think. So I'll show you that. Then after that, guys, I had decided to go into a bay which I had seen on the camera was very snaggy, but I decided I was going to put one in there after Matt had seen a fish in there. So put one in there and had a fish, had a take, snagged me straight up, lost the whole lot. So lost my rig, everything. Only fortunate thing was I kind of got it to snap right on the leader, so I was able to reel all the line back in, which was really good, and not leave any in the water over in Matt's swim, because it was over in that direction. So that was good. So at that point Matt was up 3 fish to 1, so not looking good for me, especially since we've got a little competition going. I've got us a couple trophies. We've got one for the most fish and one for the biggest fish. So currently I'm in the lead with the biggest fish with that grass carp, but Matt's in the lead with the most fish. Now he's at 3. So Matt went for a comfort break last night, started raining quite heavy and his rod went off. So I went and grabbed it, landed this lovely mirror, but because we're having a little bit of competition, I can't count it as my fish because it's on his rod. He can't count it as a fish because he didn't play it. So it's a void fish, which I know probably loads of you are saying, no, you should count it as your fish, you played it, you netted it and all the rest. I know, but we kind of agreed we weren't going to count other people's fish. So that was a no-go, but I'll show you in the net anyway. It was quite a nice mirror, 20 odd pound mirror, so it's quite nice. Alright guys, bit of a sour grapes on this one. It's actually Matt's rod, but he'd gone off and left it for me to take care of, which means he can't count it for his total. I can't count it for my total. It's his, and I'll tell you what, it's a pretty decent mirror, but we're gonna have to deal with it because it looks like the pop-up's got caught around one of its pecs now, so we're gonna have to deal with it, guys. After that, Matt had one about 2 o'clock in the morning, and unfortunately that snagged him up and he lost all his rig and all the rest on that. Then about 4 o'clock in the morning I had another one, again from all the way over the other side of the lake, so I kind of locked up my clutch straight away, walked backwards quite a bit actually, as far as I could go, and then started reeling it in to bring it out of the bay in a snaggy area, and then loosened the clutch off and got that one in. So that I think was a £25 11 common. So let's show you that now, guys. Alright guys, second fish for me. It has been raining quite heavy, it's literally just started dying off, so I've had to bring the cradle near the bivvy and I've got the camera in the bivvy, so if it's not quite as good I do apologise. But second common from me actually came from the same spot as the first fish, and this one weighs in at £25 12. Let's get it up for you. Here we go guys, look at that, absolute bar of gold. Very happy with that guys, £25 12. I'm going to get a couple pictures, guys, because I'm fearing of it raining heavy again, then get it back. So that brings us up to Monday morning. It's about 7 o'clock here, or oh sorry guys, it's about 8 o'clock here. And currently it stands, Matt is in the lead with 3 fish, but I've so far had the bigger fish. So it's all to play for. Now, I have got a rod in that bay currently, but it's proper snaggy and I'm probably going to keep losing stuff. I literally put one out there just to try and get one back, basically, so get one from that bay, because Matt had seen them over there. But I think it's a bit of a fool's errand, if I'm honest, guys. I think you're more likely to lose rigs in that bay than you are to catch a fish. So I think I'm actually going to bring that one in. And whilst I was just filming this, I have actually seen a fish bosh. So I'm going to bring that one in, move it to where I've just seen a fish bosh, and fingers crossed can bring you some more fish. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll try and give you a bit more information. It's just been really hard doing filming, guys, because it's literally been raining most of the time. Today I think is the day that has the least amount of rain, so hopefully you'll get some footage of me and Matt interacting outside maybe. Morning all. So it is Tuesday morning here in France, and I'm going to give you the update for yesterday. Seems to be the best way to do it, guys. Just give you an update on everything that's happened yesterday. So yesterday morning it was that Matt had 3 fish, I had 2, and then yesterday morning I hooked into another fish and landed a nice 32 pound 4 ounce mirror. So let's show you that. Hi guys, so Monday morning I did see a showing fish over to the far margin. I put a rod over there, about 2 hours later it went off. Crazy hard fighting the fish here, guys. I literally had to lock up the clutch, walk around the bank to the other side, pull him away from it. I got him halfway out and then he tried going to the other side bank. A really good fight. Anyway, it's coming at 32 pound 4. So Matt's just confirming with me because my memory is mush. So we're going to get her up. It's a mirror, first mirror for me, so I'm quite pleased about that, guys. And Matt, do you mind grabbing that bucket for me, please? Give it a bit of a wash down. All right, guys. Now that's going to give me a bit of a fight, but
Hey!
as I just said it, there you go. Yeah, this one is going to be a bit feisty, guys. So I'm going to go down on both legs, get under its belly really well. Don't think about getting the pecs or anything just yet. Go towards the middle so you're supporting it, roll it back into you. Then if you relax, they will relax, guys. And then you can get it up straight. Or nearly. Let's try that again. I like to go past the peck, work myself back to the peck, and then you can get it up for the camera like that, guys. Happy days. So that made it neck and neck with me and Matt. So as you can probably hear, it's raining here, hence why you're getting an update from inside of the bivvy, guys. It has been raining an awful lot here.
which was really one of the main reasons why we chose swim 33 as well. Because the wind is coming from the south, we wanted the wind kind of behind us, and it may not be the best swim on this lake. Most of the posts that we have seen prior to coming here have been from swim 34, so we knew we may not be in the best swim, but we didn't want to have the wind, well, we didn't want to have the rain blowing into us for the entirety of the trip, so that's why we made the choice. Apologise, it is going to be quite loud, it does tend to rain quite a fair bit here, guys. So, with that fish, made it neck and neck. We pretty much fished up to about 4 o'clock, guys. Then we shot down to the local Super U supermarket, got some supplies, came back, bought a bit more bait in the morning and let that thaw out, because the bait here you buy is frozen. So let that thaw out, divvied it up when we got back, and then put the rods out for the evening before making a lovely burger. So I'll show you that burger because it was quite nice last night. And we sat outside chatting, having a good chinwag, and it was the first evening it wasn't raining at that time, so we had a chance to have a bit of a social outside, which was really nice. And then we tied to our bivvies. Then about 10 o'clock Matt had a bite, unfortunately snagged him up and he pulled in a branch. About 4 o'clock this morning I had a bite. Now yesterday when I went to the supermarket I bought a can of tuna, and I actually put a little armour mesh ball of tuna out, and that's what went off this morning about 4 o'clock. But, and this is actually my fault, guys, I'd put an extender on the hair rig to give it a bit of a longer hair, and too much of a longer hair. The ball had curled round and had hooked the hook, if you like, or had got hooked by the hook, and therefore there wasn't a lot of the hook showing. So the fish had hold of the tuna ball, but not really the hook. So that came out, and I just ended up pulling back the rig. So I did have quite a long hair extender on there. I shortened it down, made sure it wasn't going to get caught on itself anymore, and then just hand cast it out. It was chucking it down with rain and obviously pitch black, so I've cast it out about 3/4 of the way across, so I'm not unhappy with that, to be honest, guys, so I've left that there. As you can hear, it is raining at the minute. There's a lot of rain predicted for today, even more for the rest of the week, so I will bring you updates as much as I can. So at the minute it stands with me and Matt 3 and 3 apiece. It is Tuesday now. We would have expected to have more than that, if I'm honest. The guys that were in here last week, they were on the other side, so swim 34, which, you know, is probably the better side, and they had 28 between them. So we were hoping for the same sort of numbers, if I'm honest, but it's not looking that way, guys. So fingers crossed we can do a little bit better than what we have done so far, but obviously we're battling the weather a bit. Currently, if I'm honest, I think maybe I'm putting in too much bait, guys. I don't know why, but my gut feeling is telling me I'm putting in too much bait. So today I think I'm just going to go for literally half a scoop of bait on each rod. That's it. See how that goes. Fingers crossed, guys. Hopefully one of us can get into something massive. Thanks for watching. Morning all. So it is Wednesday, so a little over halfway through our week here in France, and I'm going to give you an update for Tuesday, guys. So this is the format I've decided to do on this trip, rather than give you loads of updates every single day during the day. I'll give you an update the following day. So going into Tuesday, Matt was up 4 fish to 3. Last night, I think it was about 8 o'clock, I had my 4th to equalise it, and that was a 31 pound 12 ounce mirror. Let's show you that now, guys.
Evening, guys. So Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock, the right hand rod went off, and that was to a tiger nut topped with yellow bit of corn, pop-up corn, and I've got this beautiful 31 pound 12 mirror. But more importantly, it means I'm now even with Matt at 4 fish a piece. So game on. I will get her up for you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a little bit feisty on this one, but we'll give it a go. Give it a go. She's been bashing that about a bit when we were trying to weigh her. I'll tell you what, guys, looks a bit like, no, there is scales in it. I was going to say it's a bit like a leather, but there's actually scales in it, so it's not. Alright guys, let me get underneath this big beautiful girl. I did think she's going to kick up a little bit. I'll try and get hold of her well, and we'll get her up for you there. There you go, guys. Relax if they want to kick off. Let them relax, and then you get them back up. There you go, guys. 31 pound 12. What a gorgeous fish. I'll show you the other side. There you go, guys. Better look at that tail from this side. Look at that absolute beauty. 31 pound 12. We're going to get pics, and then we're going to put it back safely.
Going into Tuesday evening, we were neck and neck. Tuesday night, or Wednesday morning if you want to call it that, about 2 AM, I had another. This time it was a 25 pound 12 ounce common. So let's show you that now.
Hi guys, sorry the camera's a bit wonky. So 2 o'clock Wednesday morning, and I've had my 5th fish, which is a 25 pound 12 common. Is definitely going to be feisty, but let's try and get her up for her. There you go, guys. 25 pound 12 ounce, absolute bar of gold. What a beauty, guys. There you go, guys. There's the other side. We're going to get some pics, and then we'll get her back.
So as you can see, I'm now in the lead by 1 for this little friendly competition that me and Matt have got going, which is, there's a trophy for the biggest fish and also a trophy for the most fish. Now on average my fish have been much bigger than Matt's, so that's looking good for me on that front. So I know you haven't had loads of additional content, just the fish captures. I'm afraid that's really down to the fact that it's been raining about 60% of the time so far, guys, and it's probably going to get a lot worse before we leave. And that 40% when it's not raining, we are kind of running around trying to redo rigs and get stuff bait out and all that sort of thing. So we haven't had a lot of time to socialise ourselves. Obviously, if the weather was lovely, we'd be sitting outside all the time having a laugh. We have tried getting an hour in the evenings where we're sitting out together. Obviously we are chatting during the day and all the rest. When in that break in the rain we're outside chatting and all the rest, but not been any good bits that I could film for the socials, to be fair, so that's been a bit disheartening. We were hoping to you know, crack on and have a good laugh. I mean, we have a good laugh all the time. If you can hear that, I don't know if you, there is a factory literally the other side of the lake. Now a lot of people do complain about it, but I'll be honest, today's really been the only day where there's been an amount of noise. You can hear them crushing things or whatever over there, but for the best part it's just a hum coming out of there. It's not really a bad noise. I know people do complain about it, but it's not really bothered me or Matt, and Matt would normally be finicky about noise, so that's not really a problem, to be fair, for the best part. Right, so I've kind of realised I haven't really shown you anything about our swims or anything like that, so I think I might just do a little handheld tour, guys, I might start with my bivvy, even though looking around now it's an absolute tip at the minute. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a couple little things to laugh at. So yesterday, obviously raining a lot, so I had my waterproof jacket on, hoodie underneath and all the rest. Yeah, so the waterproof jacket obviously isn't waterproof anymore. Water's got in under the armpits, on the hood, so my hoodie was totally soaked, so I had to change that yesterday. Obviously got loads of clothes, but it's my favourite hoodie that I like wearing. So that's been sitting out on top of all my food trying to dry off, and it hasn't, because it's not been hot enough to dry anything off. Then what happened last night, oh yeah, last night when I was putting the rod out for the 8 o'clock one, there's right next to where my rods are, there's like a hole literally through to the lake, or you know, water coming through from the bottom of the lake, and I've literally gone to put the back lid on, put my foot right through to this hole, my boot, sock, everything soaking wet, so they had to come off. And I kid you not, so that was at the 8 o'clock one. When I had the 2 o'clock fish, I was in my trainers, and because the floor was soaking wet out there, all my trainers got wet, my socks got wet again, so I'm literally, I kid you not, holding my trainer over the stove trying to dry it out. And then I thought, you know what, it's going to be raining so much over the next couple of days, I really need my boots. So then I spent like another 20 minutes trying to do the same with my boots, and then ended up melting a little bit on my boots. A bit of a nightmare, guys. Now normally I have got a second pair of boots in the van. I've got wellies and all the rest, and waders and whatever, but I've got a second pair of boots similar to what I've got on now. But because I'm helping my son build going to be building a shed in his garden for him to do weights and all that sort of thing in, we've been trying to do the groundworks. And being a young man of 18, he's got lovely fancy trainers and all the rest, but not a pair of work boots. So I lent him my boots so that he could stomp the ground down, try and get it even, all that sort of thing, not thinking I may need them when I go to France. There you go, my spare boots are not in the van, so I've literally had to try and get these dry so that I'm not trashing the trainers, because they're not waterproof at all. At least the boots, for the most part, providing you don't step in the water, are waterproof. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of a walk around, show you a little bit what the swim's like. They're not fantastic swims here, if I'm honest. If you're thinking you're paying for a lake exclusive, there's only 2 swims on the lake, you'd think they'd maintain them and make them, you know, a bit easier for anglers, and they're not really. But I'll talk you through it. Let's give you a bit of a guide. Alright, well quickly I will show you. I do have a fridge down there, guys. There are a couple of bags of munchies on top of that fridge, but like I told you, my hoodie's on there trying to dry out, which isn't happening very well. My rain jacket over there, which isn't very waterproof, is over there, which has meant I have had to go to the van yesterday and get my Aqua F12 winter jacket. I know it's 100% waterproof and be perfect. Obviously I have to bed here. I am in the Solar 2-man bivvy, guys, and it's huge. You know, I kid you not, it's really huge. Obviously I have my cooking area there, I have my bait boat over there, I have my stealth cam under there. Right, let's give you a little bit of a tour, guys, whilst it's not raining. So here is an absolutely lovely lake, and it could be fantastic, but you've got this absolutely hard standing area there that I suppose they would expect you to put your bivvy on, but no one's putting a bivvy on that. You know, the sharp stones and all the rest, they'd cut the bottom of your ground sheet and it'd be trashed. So me and Matt have both had to go off to either side of that hard standing area. Matt's got his Questify Mark II with the utility front, very pleased for it as well. So this is my area here. I'm going to back up, guys. Rods are there. The obsidians, so obviously there's a review of my channel, I'll give you a link below, but I am getting used to the obsidians now, guys, and as you'll see, actually let's show you, I'm actually fishing into snags. So I've actually got my butt rests right up against those alarms, guys.
and literally there's only maybe 2 clicks left on it, so not totally locked up but nowhere near free running. And literally the only way you can get the fish here, guys, is if you, the minute you pick up, lock it up, walk backwards, pull them away from them snags, pull them out a good distance, then obviously loosen your clutch a bit and play them in. That's the only way I've been able to get them in, otherwise I've been losing complete rigs, everything, leaders, the lot. So my little bait station's over here, but that's actually all the bait I've brought and not been using. So I'm only using that little bit over there. Now, cradles here, tripod. One of the good things here, guys, is they do give you the option to buy power. So me and Matt have bought power for the week, which was €85, and also they do give you a little bin area, so you've got a bin in there, guys, so that's quite cool as well. So there you go, Matt's rods are there, Matt's bivvy's there. Oh yeah, to get to your swim you've got to go across this little bridge, guys. Might as well show you as well. See that building right in front? That is actually the toilet and shower block, so you couldn't be any closer. It's really handy. On the other side of that is the shop and the canteen. We haven't had their food yet, but we will probably tonight or tomorrow, I would imagine. Alright guys, well, let's hopefully be able to bring you some more fish before we leave. One of those rare occasions it's not raining here at the minute, guys. Morning all. So Thursday morning here in France, but I'm obviously going to give you an update for Wednesday. So going into Wednesday, it was, I had 5 fish, Matt had 4. Yesterday morning I decided I wanted to shower and all the rest of it, so brought my rods in and went for a shower. Matt fished on and got fish number 5 for an equaliser, so neck and neck again. So let's show you Matt's 5th fish. Alright guys, well, while I went off for a shower, I didn't even have rods in, you know, Matt had his rods in and he had this lovely common for 5th fish for him as well. Playing up a little bit as you expect. If Matt can get it a little bit higher, I might zoom in a little bit more, guys. There we go. So £17 2, lovely common, angry as you can tell, pecks, fins, dorsals, everything's up. Right proper angry, so we'll get a couple of pics and then give them back. Well done Matt, 5th fish at £17 2. Alright guys, so when I came back from a shower I didn't bother putting the rods back out. Matt was still fishing, but we were going to go for lunch and Matt was going to treat me because I did the driving and all here, so thanks for that Matt. It was lovely. Let's show you what we had, guys. It was absolutely banging, I've got to tell you. They actually have a proper grill pan here and your meat is just char grilled to perfection. It was absolutely lovely, so let's show you that. Alright guys, just a quick little one. Matt decided to treat me to lunch and we were having their steak. I'll tell you what guys, steak and chips. We've got a Coke there, Matt's there, say hello Matt. Look at that guys. I'll tell you what, that smells amazing. Sorry, no more talking, I need to crack on. Alright guys, so when we come back from that, obviously it's a case of getting the rods done. I think Matt went and had a shower actually. Sorry, we went and had a look at a couple of the other lakes for possibility of next year. Chatted to a few people, nice people. Come back, I got my rods out and pretty much nothing happened all day for either of us, to be fair. So last night it was absolutely chucking it down guys, absolutely chucking it down. So we were 5 apiece at that point and I was the first to have fish number 6, which was I believe a common of £25 12 ounce guys. Alright guys, fish number 6 for me. Sorry the camera's a little bit wonky but it's raining so I've had to put that in my bivvy. It's a common of £25 12. It is going to be feisty, no doubt about it, so I'll do my best to get her up guys. Alright guys, there you go. £25 12. I can get a couple of pics and put her back. So that gave me a little bit of a lead. We were pretty much stuck in the bivvies for pretty much all night, to be fair guys. Then at about 2 o'clock I believe, my rod went off again, and I had a 21 pound 4 ounce common. Had another common, or 21 pound and 4 ounce. Morning guys. So fish number 7 for me, coming in at 21 pound 4 ounce. It's another common, and no doubt will play up. Doesn't like the light at all, so we'll see how we get on with this one. There you go guys. Then the next fish was, so at the minute it's 7.5. The next fish was actually Matt's, so I've got to check the weight, sorry guys, which was a 21 pound 4 ounce. I think it was a common guys, sorry I can't remember, I might be corrected on that, but I'll show you the picture now. He hasn't sent it to me yet, so I'll show you the picture now guys. And then literally as he was playing that, I ended up getting fish number 8, which was a 15 pound common. So I'll just show you a quick picture of that one guys. Wasn't anything massive obviously. So here we are now, Thursday morning. It's finally stopped raining. I won't say the sun's come out, but at least it's not raining. And the scores on the doors are, Matt has 6 and I have 8, and there's quite a bit of weight difference there guys. Currently my 8 come in at 208 pound 9 ounce, and Matt's 6 come in at 115 pound 12 ounce. Now the only reason that's kind of important is if we finish up on the same amount of fish, then it'll be the weight that decides who gets the trophy for the most fish. So fingers crossed for me on that one. I do wish you all the best Matt. Not. What I haven't said is that last night was an absolute nightmare for me with regards to playing fish, losing fish, rigs, not rigs, sort of tackle if you like. So I had a couple other takes during that time, got snagged up and ended up having to pull for a break on one of them, so I lost everything on that end tackle and everything, so that rod I kind of just put to one side. Then one of the other ones that went off, actually the smallest one of them all, the 15 pounder, took out my other rod. Obviously I had one rod by the side of the bivvy, so that was doing nothing. Took out my last remaining rod and did such a bad bird's nest on it that I couldn't get, everything was trapped. The lead hadn't dropped, so that was all trapped up. The back lead was all caught up, pitch black, peeing with rain. I'm standing outside trying to resolve it. It was a bit of a nightmare guys. So in the end I got most of it out. I got the initial rig that I caught the fish on separated, so then it was just the middle rod that was actually still in the water somewhere, but the bird's nest on it I just could not untangle at all, so I ended up having to chop both halves, joining them, reeling in, and then redoing that rod. So I've had absolute nightmares. I know Matt has had absolute nightmares with snags and losing end tackle and all the rest. It's not a great lake with regards to snags and all that sort of things guys. I have seen loads of posts on Val Dore's site and all, and everyone all says the same about this lake. To be fair, the snags are a nightmare. You will lose probably as many fish as you catch, and I don't think I've lost quite as many as I caught, but it's probably about half, to be fair guys. So you do lose a lot of fish here, which is obviously quite infuriating. So anyway, I don't want to bore you to death guys. I will tell you that the food here is really good, so if you do come here, make a point of going into their cafe, restaurant, whatever you want to call it, and get yourself some grub. We did go yesterday, and I'm sure Matt is probably keen to go there again today, to be honest. I'm alright, because I can't eat very much guys. I don't care too much about food, you know. I'll eat anything. I'm only eating a small portion. but I know Matt was dead keen, especially that steak. It was absolutely amazing. Alright guys, well look, I am praying to those carp gods that we can get into the double figures before we leave. We kind of did set ourselves a little target that we would hope to get about 15 fish each. So we were hoping for about 30 fish between us. We're sadly lacking at the minute guys, so fingers crossed, pray to those carp gods we can start getting the numbers up in the last 2 days. So there's only really today, Thursday, tomorrow Friday, Saturday we'll be leaving early, so there won't be really any chance for any fish on Saturday. And I don't know if we're actually contemplating bringing the rods in on Friday night so we're not dealing with crap and get some sleep. I don't know, we'll have to see about that. Alright guys, listen, thank you for watching. I know this isn't my normal format of my vlogs, but it's a week-long trip, so I didn't want to bore you all to death. So fingers crossed we can get you some more fish.
6 done nothing, but that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Capture that on camera. No, what we missed, just you eating Chinese, that's what it was, heard it? That's what we missed on this one too. What are you eating? Oh. That's why. So funny, dude. Don't laugh. I'm still eating. He was like, what are you eating? It's all really fraction, and he's like, oh. Sit down and carry on eating.
Look, I've got my priorities right, that's all I'm saying, yeah? Food.
It's almost like you've just forgotten you were eating for like 2 seconds, and then oh,
I'm eating.
I'm eating. I can't wait. And we got it on camera as well, it's hilarious. There's things like that I think are just priceless, dude. Or, you know, getting them on camera as well. So funny.
Morning. So it's our final day here in France at the Val Dore on Lake 6, but I need to give you an update for Thursday. So during the day guys, apart from getting caught on a couple of snags, both me and Matt, nothing else happened. No more fish on the bank during the daylight hours. Come into the evening, I think it was 10:30, I had fish number 9, which was, I'm gonna have to check guys, sorry, was a 30-pound 9-ounce mirror. So let's show you that now. Hi guys, fish number 9 for me. This is a 30-pound 9-ounce mirror. Very pleased for it. Sorry, just gonna adjust the camera a bit so it focuses on me. There we go, that's gonna be better. Alright guys, sorry, 30-pound 9-ounce. It is going to kick up guys, because I found here, to be honest, you do have to bully the fish. If you don't, they will snag you up every single time. So they don't have as much of a longer fight, because I do bully them to get them in. You have to here guys, that's just the way it is. They fight incredibly hard here, 100% of the time. So you've got no choice, you have to bully them in and get them in. A beautiful mirror guys, like I said, 30-pound 9. Let's get her up for you. Let's just give it a little bit of water. There you go guys, 30-pound 9. I will show you the other side because this is a beautiful, beautiful fish guys. Alright guys, there's the other side. I'm going to get some pictures. Another lovely fish, so happy days with that. Fish number 9. About 12:30, exact same rod, exact same spot. Fish number 10 came, which was a 24-pound 8-ounce common. So let's show you that now. Hi guys, so fish number 10 for me comes in at 23-pound 8. It's another feisty common. Let's get her up and show. There you go guys, look at that beauty. Another bar of gold from the Val Dore.
won't show you the other side, guys. I'll get some pics while she's behaving. Alright guys, so again, about an hour or so after that, fish number 11 came along, which is another beautiful mirror. Again, £30 on the nose. I think I've had like 530s so far this week, so it's going pretty good, to be fair. I can't complain. So let's show you that one. Hi guys, so about an hour, a little over an hour after the last one, exactly the same rod, exactly the same spot. This time it's a £30 mirror. I'm going to put some water on it, then try and get it up. I'll be honest, it is super feisty. I don't think that's going to play ball, but we'll see what we can do. Gonna have to pull her into me, guys, because I don't want her getting damaged. There you go, guys. Look at that in all her beauty. I'm going to put her down, get some pics. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've done alright, and literally all 3 of those fish last night came off the middle rod on the exact same spot. I kept feeding it, kept getting the rod back out soon as, and it paid off. You know, I had a good night last night. I wish it'd be that way during the day, if I'm honest. I'd rather be having day bites than trying to deal with everything in the night. I'm sure all you guys know what I'm talking about. But you do kind of get into a bit of a rhythm of it. So yeah, so give you some of the funnies that have been happening. So my waterproof boots are not waterproof. I've seen this morning now there's cracks in the plastic along the sides, which is why all my socks are getting wet, and I've run out of socks. So I've taken to drying my socks on the kettle. Yep, that's it guys, that's my socks this morning. To be fair, I have got another, I keep a spare set of everything underneath the front seat in the van, so I am going to go back to the van today, load a few bits and pieces off, pull up some more bait, because I've actually gone through most of my bait as well, so I need to get some more bait for today. So it has been good. There's times yesterday when me and Matt got to sit outside for a bit, have a bit of a chat, which was good. You know, we always end up having a good laugh together, me and Matt. We've been best mates for a long time, so that was really good. Matt had a couple and got sort of lost them quite quick, or got snagged up, and it's hard, guys. I ain't gonna lie, it is really hard fishing here. Everyone that comes to this lake complains about the snags, and everyone has lost fish. I think the only way I'm maybe edging ahead is one, actually the new reels have come into their own on this session, guys. They've got 18 kilograms of drag on, and I have found I'm fishing them fairly locked up, butt rings right up against the alarms, and as much as I don't like doing it, you have to bully the fish here, guys. If you do not bully the fish here, they will take you into a snag literally 100% of the time. There is no chance you're just going to reel it in nicely and have a good time. You're not. They will snag you up every single time. So I have had to, mostly I've learnt, I've needed to bully the fish in, which is what I've done, and why my numbers have started going up, rather than, you know, getting snagged here, there and everywhere and losing tackle and all the rest. So not ideal, but it has meant I've been able to put more fish on the bank, and the reels are part of that, guys. You know, they've got great pulling force on them, and they've been really good. And the amount of distance, guys, when 3 fish one after another, and reeling, oh yeah, you know about it afterwards. But that's fishing, that's why we love doing it, guys. So like I said, today is the last day. The weather isn't going to be as bad as it has been, although the temperatures have dropped. I think it's like 10 degrees at the minute here. We have got high winds all day, and I believe there is a bit more rain coming in, which is no surprise. So tomorrow morning we need to pack up fairly early, probably start packing up about 8. We need to be off before 11. We definitely need today to go collect our passports, because they're in with the office here, and obviously back to P&O Calais by 12:30 tomorrow. So hopefully we can bring you a lot more fish today, guys. I'm really hoping. I know one of my spots is obviously doing quite well, so I'm going to go back to the van today, get a load more bait and get it out there, see if we can't put more fish on the bank. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hi guys, so Friday afternoon, and whilst it's chucking it down with rain, I thought I might give you my views on what I think of the Val Dore. So firstly, I'm going to go for location. It's only an hour and a half for Calais. It's a really easy drive. I think with the van and the tolls it was like £13 for the tolls. Matt paid that on his card, so that was handy. So location is really close to Calais, which is quite nice. So we are on Lake 6, which is their lake exclusive for 1 to 2 anglers, so just me and Matt on the whole of the lake, which is great. And when you first get here, you've got to go in, sign in, pay your balance, leave them your passport, and we bought a load of bait. And we got the electric package, so that means whatever swim you choose. We chose swim 33. You've got 3 power points there, 1 English, 1 camping socket, which is the one I've gone for, and a Euro plug socket. So Matt's got an extension lead going into his bivvy. I've got my camping lead coming into my bivvy, which has allowed me to bring my refrigerator in and then charge all my batteries that I need. So that's really handy, and that's €85, guys, which I think really between 2 people is really worthwhile, because it saves a lot of hassle. You know, I'd be bringing a big cooler box and having to go get ice every couple of days and all that sort of things. Having a fridge in here is just really handy, guys. They do ask that you don't use electric kettles or electric cookers, so it's worth letting you know that, because I was going to be bringing my air fryer and kettle and all that sort of stuff, but they've got a sign up saying no electric cooking, so no microwaves or stuff like that, guys, so it's worth you knowing. So we did all that, then made our way around to our swim. Now you've got a little single track road where you can offload, and then you've got to carry all your bits across a little bridge, which is really only enough for 1 person to walk across at a time, and dump all your gear and then move your van or vehicle back to the car park, which is fine. So I will show you some pictures of the swim, and although it's a huge amount of area, bang smack in the middle there's a hard standing, which means you can't really put your bivvy on the hard standing area, because you're going to have stones poking through all of the whole week, and obviously possibly damage your ground sheet, so that ain't going to be any good. So me and Matt have both sort of bypassed that, gone either side, which has worked out quite fine, to be fair. We've been able to divvy up the lake, give each other about half a lake each, which has been fine. But I do feel you expect maybe a little bit of quality when you come to France, and even obviously I go mouse all the time, and you know the swims there are lovely. You've got a little bit of hard standing area, and then just grass which is turned to mud now, whereas had they just put sleepers down, chip barked an area, it gives you a more defined area of where your swim is, for 1, and 2, you know, you're not dealing with what we are now, which is a mud pit near your rods and stuff like that. So I do feel, you know, as a big fishery, there's 7 lakes here I think, that they could do with making proper swims and maintaining them. So now with regards to the lake itself, the lake has got snags everywhere. I would have already shown you a massive one that me and Matt pulled out a couple of days ago. It was like catching me every single time, because it was in my direct path towards where my rods were going, and it was bang smack in the middle of the lake. So how that got there I don't know, but an absolute nightmare. All around the edges and the margins, wherever you want to be, there is likely to be a snag. You really need to come off a good couple rod lengths to avoid them, to be fair. And even then throughout the lake there are snags peppered here, there and everywhere, and we've run into many of them. I think Matt has probably lost more fish than he's caught because of snags, and the fish know where to take you to lose you every single time, guys, so it's been a bit of a nightmare. I think also Matt's just literally had a fish while I've been talking to you guys,
So I'm going to take a quick break and just check how he's getting on, and then I'll come back to you and finish up with my thoughts on the lake. But I'll just swing the camera around, guys, shows you what it's like out there. Focus. It is absolutely torrential out there, guys. Alright guys, probably a perfect opportunity to let you know why we chose swim 33. The most popular seems to be swim 34, which is on the other side of the lake, but because obviously we had checked the weather, knowing it was going to be raining for most of this week and coming from the southwest, we wanted to be on the southern bank so that it would be coming behind us, hence why I can have my door open and the rain is obviously going that way. You still get a few sprinkles obviously in the front, but nothing to worry about. So swim choice for us was really derived from the weather, the wind and the rain all coming from behind us. So yeah, as you can see, it's absolutely torrential at the minute, guys, and it's been like that for at least 60% of the week. Every single day has been raining. There hasn't been a good day, so unfortunately it's meant me and Matt hasn't had loads of time having a social outside. Obviously we're talking all the time, but you know, we're not actually sat together anytime. We're both stuck in our bivvies where it's raining so much. So I covered the snags on the lake. Now let's talk about the fish. So the fish, if I'm honest guys, have been pretty good. The first thing is they do seem to be of a good size. I think my average is probably, if you add them all up and then divide them, it probably is about £27, but I've had 5 £30 plus fish, so that's pretty good, I think, out of 11 fish. So that's not bad, guys, and most of them have been really good condition. The one thing I will say is they all, regardless from like the £15 or whatever upwards, they all fight like stink. You get a really good fight. You can tell they're proper healthy fish here. There's no easy battles at all. And on that front, on the battle, I have kind of learnt during the week that you kind of, for me, I have found fishing nearly locked up is the way to go. It allows, I've got the butt rings right up against the alarm, and I just find it doesn't give the fish any time to tear off, because if you give them a chance to tear off, they will snag you up and you're probably going to lose your leader, your rig, your lead, everything, which I have done many times, Matt has done many times. So yeah, literally as the week's gone on, I've decided to tighten that clutch, secure the rods, literally grab it, lift it up, walk backwards slowly as far as I can to pull them away from those areas. Unfortunately for me, all 3 of my rods are over in the furthest corner, so it's a really long battle bringing them in. But I think now, for the best part, I'm confident if I get a bite that I can bring it in safely. And yeah, that there is enough time to get a few more. The other thing I will say is, it's a bit weird actually. So Matt's just had a fish. Most of his bites have been in the daytime. Nearly all of my bites have been in the night time. So whether that's just because of the different halves of the lake or what, I don't know, but that's how it seems to go, guys. So would we come back to Val Dore? Sorry, before I go there. Alright guys, so next we'll go to the facilities here. So we'll start with the toilet and shower block. Both are really quite adequate. Because we've bought the electric package, it means we get a shower token every day, which is good. The toilets are kept clean, they're of a good size. The shower's nice and hot, it's not cold water or anything like that. It runs for quite a long amount of time. Again, quite a good amount of room. So, you know, I definitely say, yep, with regards to toilet and shower block, which is next to us. So because we're in Lake 6, it's really close, guys. You literally walk across the little bridge, walk around the back of the toilet and shower block, and you're there. So for us, it's really close and convenient, which is handy. Then you've got the canteen, tackle shop and office all sort of combined in one. Obviously midweek we went there and had a steak and chips lunch, and it was absolutely banging, guys, I tell you, because they cook all their meats on a griddle, and it's all charred beautifully. It is absolutely banging, really good food, and probably one of the reasons why we would be keen to come back. Now, so those facilities are good. You got, if you run out of end tackle, they've got plenty of stuff. If you run out of bait, they've got plenty of stuff. We've been sort of buying it as we go along, because Matt paid for the electric package, I paid for all the bait, and worked out about the same, sort of €85 for the week. I have gone through quite a bit of bait this week, or quite a bit of bait for me. Probably for not you guys that are used to going to France. I'm sure you take way more than me. I bought 15 kilos of 15mm Shimano tiger nut boilies, because I know they like tiger nut here. We done about, trying to think, about 6 kilos each of hemp and maize. What else did I have? Load of tiger nuts as well, and then probably about another 5 kilos of other boilies. And from yesterday I've actually been putting out some pellet as well, which is probably not the thing to do, considering I think my second or third fish or whatever I had a bream, but that's been the only bream I've had, so I don't believe there's lots of bream, so I'm not that worried about the pellet. Have been putting it out for 2 days now and not run into loads of bream, so I'm not bothered about the pellet. And I'm kind of going from sort of 8-10mm pellets to 26mm halibut pellets, because I want some oils in the water seeping out over a long amount of time. So I've put my rods in today about 12:30. So about 12:30 I've put my rods in today, and I'm going to leave them there, guys. There's a chance, there's one in the bay that I might redo tonight, just to make sure it is fishing, because it's very snaggy over there, and there's a chance it could be in a snag. So I'll check that tonight before leaving it overnight. The others I will leave in place until we leave, really, which is going to be tomorrow morning. So fingers crossed get a fish today. But I can say overall with the complex we are happy. We will be looking to come back here next year, but fish one of their other lakes, maybe in one of the ones that have carp and catfish in, because we both love a catfish, and in a couple of lakes as well. I think they've got sturgeon in there. Alright guys, just my overall thoughts on the Val Dore and how we found this week. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so Friday afternoon, and Matt has got fish number 7, but it's a PB, which means he's in line for a trophy of the biggest fish of a beautiful mirror, 33 pound 8. Just going to get it up for you if he can. I'm actually inside the bivvy with the camera, guys, because it is chucking it down at the minute, which doesn't make it easy. There we go, guys, look at that. 33 pound 8 ounce. Well done, Matt. Matt's PB. Look at that. Absolute beauty of that. 33 pound, guys. Hi guys, so
Last evening I decided I was going to fish into the bay. It is snaggy, I knew that, but fish have been showing there. I had a take earlier, lost it. About half hour later I had a second take, landed it. 24-pound 8 mirror. Now I absolutely know it's going to be feisty, guys, because it was resting in the line, because I took out both of my lines, Matt's line, made a real friggin' mess of everything. But I've got the fish in. And it's really going to kick up, guys, so I'll do my best to get her up and then try and get a couple of picks without killing myself or the fish. There you go, guys. 25-pound 4. Feisty little so-and-so. Morning, guys. So, about 4:30 Saturday morning, hours before we leave, fish number 13 graces the net. It's a 20-pound 4-ounce mirror. Probably my last fish, guys, so grateful for it. Let's get her up for you, give you a little show. She's not really playing ball, this one, guys. There you go. Small and dumpy. Morning, guys. So it is Saturday morning and a cold one, hence why I'm quite wrapped up. So just want to give you a bit of an update on how Friday went for me and Matt. Just realised I'm going to need my phone. So Matt had one fish yesterday, but it was a good one. It was a beautiful mirror that weighed in at 33 pound and 8 ounce. Now the important thing about that, guys, is so far that is also the biggest fish of the trip, which means Matt will be due a trophy later on today. So well done, Matt. And for me, about 4 o'clock in the morning, I had fish number 13, which was a 20-pound 4-ounce mirror. Alright, guys, so just give you the scores on the doors for how we ended up at the end of our France trip. I ended up getting 13 fish with a total weight of 307 pound 6 ounce. Matt had a total of 7 fish for a total of 149 pound and 4 ounce. I will say, guys, it has been pretty tough going this week. The weather has been pretty bad, raining for most of it, so unfortunately we have been stuck in our bivvies for a lot of it. And obviously, as I've mentioned previously, the snags on the lake have made it a bit of a nightmare fishing it, to be honest. And as you would have seen, we removed quite a big one, which was literally in the centre of where all 3 of my lines went across. So yep, it's been a tough week, guys. I will give you a closure before I leave, but for the best part, that's most of our trip. You will see the trophies being handed out later. Thanks for watching, guys. Start again. Alright, guys, our session in France has come to an end. Now, as you may or may not know, we had a friendly little competition going, one for the biggest fish and one for the most amount of fish. So as I've explained throughout the session, it has been pretty hard going on Lake 6, mainly because of the snags, and the fish, if you do not bully them, they're straight for the snags every single time. Both of us have lost an awful lot of tackle on this trip. But it has been a good trip. The weather's been terrible, but it's been a good trip. So, without further ado, the first trophy is going to go for the person with the most amount of fish, and that happens to be me, guys. So, I had 13 fish, the largest being 32 pound 4 ounce, with a grand total of 307 pound 6 ounce. 6 ounce even. So, I get a trophy for the most amount of fish.
Well done, Jay.
Yay!
Nice one, dude.
Cheers, dude. Trophy.
There we go. Look at that bad boy.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. Happy days. Most amount of fish, France 2024. Now, obviously the one I would have loved to have had is going to be for the biggest fish, but Matt got that literally last doors yesterday, coming in at a staggering 33 pound 8 ounce. Well done, Matt.
There you go.
Yay! There's your trophy, show it to the camera. Biggest fish.
France 2024.
Happy days. Alright guys, so obviously we have had a great time this session. We haven't had as much time outside as we would have liked, but it has been a great time. Obviously me and Matt are best of mates, so we get along like a house on fire. Now, we will be doing it again next year. Chances are it will be this venue, but one of the other lakes. We have enjoyed it here, but we'd like to give one of the other lakes a try. So, firstly guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed this vlog with all the fish in it, give it the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. Only leaves me to say guys, stay safe, stay fishing, and we'll see you in the next vlog.